Okay, good afternoon. Sige, let's start. Just say present na lang if you're here. Abbas.
Present po.
Aguilar.
Present po, sir.
Alvarez.
Present po.
Bosa. Bosa Rochelle. Cabiscuelas. Cabiscuelas. Wait lang. Pumapasok pa ba to? Char. si Emmanuel. Sinong class rep niyo? Hebs, pumapasok pa ba siya?
Sino po, sir?
Cabiscuelas.
Yes po, sir. Nag-attend po siya kanina sa class namin.
Okay, sige. Parang 2 consecutive na siya. Sige, country. Thank you. Country.
Present po.
Sige. Yung pala, hindi pala. Okay, sige. Kapuno.
Present po, sir.
Sige. Coronel.
Present po.
Si Guzman.
Present po, sir.
Nag-pray lang daw. De Leon.
Present po.
De Los Reyes.
Present po, sir.
Di Maano.
Present po.
Domingo.
Present po.
Duran.
Present po, sir.
Ebra.
Present po.
Evangelista.
Present po, sir.
Gambol.
Present po, sir.
Evangelista. Garcia.
Present po.
Herosano.
Present po, sir.
Gilo.
Present po, sir.
Gutierrez. Rica May.
Present po, sir. Good afternoon po.
Okay. Ilagan.
Present po.
Camero.
Present po.
Piubit.
Present po.
Bagboo. Okay. Malabayas. Malabayaba, sorry.
Present po.
Marcelo. Medina.
Present po.
Mendoza.
Present po.
Mercado.
Present po, sir.
Motas.
Present po.
Panganiban.
Present po, sir.
Peradilla.
Present po, sir.
Perez.
Present po, sir.
Pitogo. Sorry. Plata.
Present po, sir.
Ramos.
Present po, sir.
Rosagaran.
Present po.
Saez.
Present, sir.
Salud.
Present po.
Sige. Okay. De Feliz.
Present po.
Okay. Sige. Mabilis lang tayo. Module to lang naman yung di-discuss ko for today. Just be ready na lang. Hebs Pasuyo, pag nakashare na ako ng screen, mag-take ka ng screenshot, ha? Tapos isend mo sa GC. Kailangan ko lang ng proof na magkaklase tayo for today kasi naka-online, nasa sa bahay din ako eh. Hindi kami pinag-report ngayon sa school kasi gawa nung mag-entrance exam. Ayan, yun lang. Salamat.
Okay, sir. Welcome po.
Sige po. Sige po. Hi, sige. start na tayo. Mabilis lang ha. Medyo challenging kasi kakakain ko lang, inaantok ko. Pero, sige. Anyway. Okay, so for Module 2, this is all about codes of conduct. So ano po ba yung pag-aaralan natin for today? So the area of engineering places a high value on honesty and integrity because the profession has a direct... Wait lang, nakashare na ba ako ng screen?
Yes po, sir.
Okay. Direct impact on our quality of life. So engineers are expected to perform professionally at all times while adhering to ethical standards. So code of conduct po specify how employees and members of an association should behave in a specific situation. So in contrast, a code of ethics informs employees or members of an organization about the types of actions that the institution to which they belong accepts or encourage. So a template for a business or corporation code of ethics and professional conflict will usually promote specific virtues such as inclusivity, respect, mindfulness, honesty, responsibility, and sensibility. So, ang ating pong learning objectives for today is to learn or to describe professional codes and corporate codes, to differentiate also between the three types of codes of conduct, which are aspirational, advisory, and disciplinary. Tapos understand also the role of codes of conduct with respect to the responsibility of engineers, and also to identify the strength and weaknesses of codes of conduct. So kanina ko pang nababanggit kung ano yung codes of conduct. Ano po ba, sir, ang definition ni codes of conduct? Codes of conduct po are codes in which organizations lay down guidelines for responsible behavior or of their members. So codes of conduct are often intended as an addition to the requirements of the law. So when codes of conduct are enforced, this is usually done, guys, by the organization that formulated the code. So sa atin, as engineers, meron po tayong two types of codes of conduct, which are especially important. Yung professional code at saka yung corporate code. So professional code, from the word itself, it is the code of conduct that is formulated by a professional association. So professional code, ito yung mga ginagawa or ginagamit ng mga different organizations such as kunyari yung PIIE, meron silang mga different codes of conduct. Mamaya i-ano ko sa inyo, pa-flash ko lang sa screen kung ano yung meron doon. Kasi corporate code naman, code of conduct that is formulated by a company. So lahat po ng company meron mga kanilang code of conduct. So kapag pumasok kayo ng industry, meron po tayong mga ganon. Codes of conduct are formulated also for a variety of reasons. So such as it increases also the moral awareness, yung identification also of interpretation ng moral norms and values of a profession or a company. So it stimulates also ethical discussion as a way to increase accountability kung ano meron po sa outside world. And finally also to improve the image of a profession or a company. So depending upon dun sa mga different objectives ng code of conduct, meron silang kanilang distinction. So meron po tayong three types of code of conduct. Yun po yung aspirational, advisory, disciplinary code. So dun po muna tayo mag-start kay aspirational. Sa aspirational, it expresses the moral values of a profession or company. So the objective of such a code is to express to the outside world the kind of the values the profession or company is committed to. From the word itself, aspiration. Kung ano yung different aspiration ng company or corporation. Si advisory code po, it is the objective to help individual professionals or employees to exercise moral judgments in concrete situations on the basis of the more general values and norms of the profession or company. So sa disciplinary code naman, it's the objective that the behavior of all professionals or employees meet certain values and norms. So most professional codes, guys, for engineers are advisory. Usually they have the following more specific objectives: increasing awareness nga ng sensitivity ng moral issues in the daily exercising ng kanilang different professions. And also, it helps also to analyze such moral issues and in formulating key questions or issues na respect dun sa mga moral issues. At saka para din makatulong doon sa moral judgments, doon sa mga different issues na nafe-face. So, si corporate codes of conduct are often more disciplinary. In such cases, their objective is to achieve that all employees act according to certain guidelines. So, the formulation of codes of conduct is only one of the activities that certain association and companies can undertake to stimulate a responsible behavior ng kanilang mga members. So other activities include the appointment ng confidant or committee which whom moral problems can be discussed, or the organization of training sessions for dealing with moral dilemmas. Si codes of conduct po, yung kagaya na nabanggit kanina, meron kanilang responsibility ng engineer. So they express also moral norms and values of the profession. So most modern professional codes relate to 3 domains. First, conducts a profession with integrity and honesty. And in a competent way. Second is the obligation towards employers and clients. And third is the responsibility towards the public and the society. O gaya naman ng napag-discussion na natin in our past week or our past discussion, hindi lang tayo nagde-desisyon para lang sa sarili natin. Kailangan meron tayong mga different obligations sa different employers or sa ating mga colleagues and also sa society na kailangan natin na integrity and honesty and in a competent way. So sa tingin nyo guys, between loyalty or integrity, which should be the most important to us engineers? Sa tingin nyo, loyalty or integrity, which should be the most important to engineers? Okay, Gloria.
Yes po. Good afternoon po, sir. Para sa akin po is integrity po. Para po as employee, basic po sa atin na dapat loyal tayo sa company na bibilangan po natin, wherein committed po tayo sa success ng company. But for me po, mas important po si integrity. Bakit? Kasi po, ang integrity nga po is doing the right thing even when nobody is watching. So, challenging po siya na dapat gawin mo yung tama even though walang nakatingin, even though hindi kakita ng mga boss mo. So, yun po, for me po as an engineer, mas importante po na ginagawa natin yung work natin with integrity. Ayun po.
Okay, thank you. Another answer. Patrick. Pat.
Para sa akin din po ay integrity. Kasi po, when it comes to loyalty, you can be loyal to something bad eh. Pero if you have integrity or you're a person of integrity, you are consistent to what you believe in and you remain dependable and reliable dun po sa company na pinagtatrabahuhan nyo. And if a person lacks integrity po, it could lead to blind faith to false loyalty also. And integrity is para sa akin a deeper form of loyalty to oneself which could make you achieve more po for the company.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Last one. Last one from the group. May nagtaas ng kamay kanina. Si Cabescuelas. Sige, Emma.
Katulad lang din po na kami na integrity po kasi integrity po para din po siyang loyalty po sa one's principle po pero in a good way po na naka-align po siya sa moral code at saka po sa ethical values po. Unlike po sa loyalty na pwede ka pong maging loyal pero po halimbawa po sa field po, pwede ka pong maging loyal sa boss mo kahit po yung boss mo mali na yung ginagawa. Kaya po mas maganda po yung integrity.
Okay, so tama naman. Thank you sa inyong mga sagot. So kung papipiliin tayo between loyalty or integrity, syempre mas mahalaga po as engineers yung integridad. It often have, a different discussions kapag pinag-usapan natin tong loyalty at saka yung integrity. Pero bear in mind also that the true loyalty requires integrity. Loyalty cannot be part of a person's morals or if he or she lacks genuine honesty. So, this being said, always put your integrity first kasi doing the right thing and you will remain consistent in everything you do. So, sa corporation po, it is very important kasi it helps us or it helps foster an ethical approach sa internal decision making. Kagaya nga na nabanggit ninyo na kahit walang nakatingin, as long as nagagawa nyo ng ayos yung work nyo kahit walang nakatingin. So yun yung an employer with a workforce comprising individuals who have integrity can trust that their staff will work to the best of their ability and put in the hours without being supervised. Ayun. Kanina nagtatawanan kami kasi naalala ko lang yung sinabi ni Daniel Padilla yung nag-break sila ni Catherine. Para may naging viral na interview about being loyal. So, wala lang. Share ko lang. Okay. Next, so sometimes it is also stipulated that the profession must be practiced in an independent and impartial way. So usually this is meant to imply that engineers should avoid conflicts of interest. You have a conflict of interest if you have an interest that when pursued conflicts with meeting your obligations to your employer or clients. So most of the time, the ethical problems encountered in engineering practice are very complex and involve conflicting ethical principles. So for example, when you have stocks in a company that produces a certain kind of manufacturing apparatus, and you have to advise a large client about it can also be an interest that derives from another professional role. For example, when you advise two competing firms, although conflicts of interest do not necessarily lead to immoral behavior, it is better to avoid them because a conflict can corrupt your professional judgment and diminishes your trustworthiness as an engineer. So if a conflict of interest is unavoidable, it should at least be disclosed to the interest parties. So one example niyan is me. Kagaya ng nabanggit ko sa inyo last or yung introduction, I'm working 2 jobs, full-time and part-time. So part-time ko is pagtuturo sa engineering students. So bago ako isa lang dito sa BSU, syempre kailangan ko muna kausapin yung full-time work ko. So meron akong parang contract na pinasa na yung magiging work ko here sa Batangas State University will not hindi ako makakapag-share ng mga confidential information about kunyari sa mga clients, ganon, yung experiences ko, ganyan. Kasi nga, meron akong pinirmahan na parang memorandum of agreement or anong tamang term doon? MOA at saka NDA or non-disclosure agreement. So, ayun. Same lang din dito. Bago po ako mag-work sa BSU, make sure nila na hindi magiging conflict of interest. Hindi naman siya conflict of interest kasi Monday to Friday naman yung full-time work ko. Then part-time work is Saturday, Sunday. So, wala namang magiging conflict of interest. So, yun yung isang example pa din nung meaning po ng conflicts or conflict of interest. Ito, obligation towards clients and employers. Yun, kagaya nga ng nabanggit ko kanina, obligation niya toward clients and employers are mentioned in most professional codes. So in many cases, it is stipulated that engineers should serve the interests of their clients and employers and that they must keep secret the confidential information passed on by clients or employers. So engineers According to NSPE Code of Conduct or the National Society of Professional Engineers, shall act for each employer or client as faithful agents or trustees. So they also shall not disclose without consent confidential information concerning the business affairs or technical processes of any present or former client or employer or public body on which they serve. So for example po nito, meron kayong present company, ano? So napagod kayo, let's say napagod kayo, no? Then may nag-hire sa inyong company na same nung industry nung pinasukan nyo. So doon ka ngayon pumasok. I mean, nag-resign ka dun sa job mo, then meron ka ulit bagong trabaho. One thing is bawal mong sabihin lahat ng mga experiences mo or lahat ng mga confidential information na napinarmahan mo or pinag-agrihan mo before ng company and ng sarili mo. Bawal na bawal yan. Maaari kang kasuhan kapag ka napatunayan ng past company mo na meron kang nilik na information galing sa kanila. So ayun, mag-ingat lang din kayo regarding doon. Kasi medyo, strict sila pagdating sa mga ganong bagay. So sa interviews, siguro meron ding magiging ganong tanong, mga tricky questions with regards dun sa mga interviews na makikita ninyo or malalaman. So engineers also should provide impartial analysis and judgment to employer or client to avoid conflicts of interest and observe proper duties of confidentiality. So yun nga, kagaya nga ng nabanggit ko kanina. So, meron din tayong social responsibility and obligation towards the public. Wait lang. Bio break lang ha. Okay. So dito sa social responsibility and obligation towards the public, virtually, all professional codes in one way or another emphasize the social responsibility of engineers. So it matters also frequently referred to our safety, health, the environment, sustainable development, and the welfare of the public. So according to a limited number of professional code, engineers must inform the public about the aspects of the technology in which they are involved and that are relevant to the public, such as the risk and hazards involved. So, basahin nyo na lang. Pare-parehas lang din naman halos yung ibig sabihin niyan. Yung ayan. Tsaka ito. So, responsibility sa stakeholders. Stakeholder principles, it guides the relationship between company and stakeholders. So, the most mentioned stakeholder principles are transparency, honesty, and fairness. So most corporate codes also express responsibilities to a variety of stakeholders like consumers, employees, investors, society, and the environment. Competitors and suppliers are also sometimes mentioned as stakeholders. So meron po tayong corporate social responsibility. Ano po ba sir yung corporate social responsibility? So ito po yung responsibility of companies towards stakeholders and to society at large that extends beyond meeting the law and serving shareholders' interests. So meron po tayong mission statement and core values. Alam ko namang familiar na kayo dyan kasi halos lahat naman ng pinupuntahan natin na na even the university has its own mission statement and core values. So si mission statement po, many corporate codes contain a mission statement that concisely formulates the strategic objectives of the company and answers the question what the organization stands for. So si core values, it expresses the qualities that a company considers desirable and which ground business conduct and outcomes. So recognizing a problem or its needs. So yung core values po, it implies an appeal to the attitudes of employees but do not contain detailed rules of conduct. So often mentioned values include teamwork, responsibility, open communication, yung mga customer orientation, flexibility, efficiency, professionalism, yung mga one word. More likely yun yung atin po mga core values na tinatawag. So tandaan. Question. Ito, medyo magtatagal tayo dito kasi I will ask almost all of you. Hindi man all of you. Kasi sila yung gusto magsagot. Pero most likely mga 10 person or siguro mga 7 to 10. What do you see as the main ethical issue arising from globalization? As engineers, ano yung nakikita nyo na, or as future professionals, ano yung nakikita nyo na main ethical issue that arises from globalization or technological advancement? Guys, ano sa tingin ninyo? Anyone from the group? Sige, mag-isip muna. Then, just raise your hand. Ano po yung mga different ethical issues that arises from globalization or technological advancement? Anyone from the group? Okay, Hebs.
Example po, sir, is yung pollution po.
Mm-hmm. Okay, ano meron sa pollution? Bakit siya naging ethical issue? Hebs? Naka-ano ka? Naka-mute ka. Sige, baka nagkaroon lang ng problems sa connection. Other hands, main ethical issues, sige Raven.
Ang pinaka naisip ko lang po is information security leaks po or misinformations. Since sa technological advancement po, parang hindi po super secure na mga informations na nakukuha natin. And hindi natin ma-distinguish yung fake sa hindi po.
Okay, thank you. Other answers? Okay, Melby. Or John pala, sorry.
Ang naisip ko po ay nagkakaroon po ng job loss po yung sa iba kasi nga po technologically advanced na po nadami po yung machine yung manpower po na ay nababawasan na yun po nangungunti po yung trabaho na pwedeng gamitan ng manpower po.
Okay, so one main reason is because of artificial intelligence. Have you heard of the word AI? AI means artificial intelligence. So sa artificial intelligence po, hindi lang ito ibig sabihin na may tao or merong someone na parang robot na umiimik. No, artificial intelligence, ito po yung mga different applications such as yung mga generative na AI like yung mga killbot, isa yung form ng artificial intelligence, 'di ba? Yung mga ChatGPT, yung mga ganyan. Wherein nag-iinvest yung mga different companies. Let's say for example, sa fast food corporations, meron na ngayon nga na, 'di ba, dun sa queuing system ng mga Jollibee, ng McDo, I don't know if KFC also implement that. Pero nakikita ko yun sa Jollibee madalas. Halos lahat ng kanilang way ng queuing system nila, 'di ba? Parang first pagpasok mo pa lang dun sa Jollibee is dun ka mismo papupuntahin ng employee dun sa parang ikaw na yung pipili ng order, then babayaran mo na lang siya. Yun, one concern din yun. Sa kapag kakaroon ng mga ganong bagay, syempre nababawasan yung opportunity ng mga tao para makapagtrabaho. Okay? Next. Hebs, parang tumaas ka ulit ang kamay. Sige lang, go.
Ayun sir, sorry po na lobat lang po yung AirPod. Yun like sinabi ko po kanina is pollution po. So, from pollution po, nagkakaroon po tayo ng mga public health concern po which is naapektuhan po yung mga tao. And nagkakaroon nga po tayo ng mga immune system disorders po.
Yep. Okay, thank you. Other hands? Ang dami nyo, 42. Okay, sino yun? L. Sige, go. Wag nang bababa yung yung mga ng hands.
I think po yung another ethical issues arising from globalization po is yung pag-widen po ng economic gap po between developed and developing countries po. Since yung globalization po is it has both economic growth po and opportunities po for many countries, but nagkakaroon po ng malawak na gap between sa mga mayayaman po and mahihirap, and naglilid po yan sa social and political dissatisfaction po. Yun po.
Okay, thank you. Pat.
Yung akin naman po, sir, ay with regards to environmental sustainability pa rin. Yun po. Naniniwala po kasi ako na what we do to the environment bounces back to us. And with the rapid spread of industrialization, sobra na pong ang dami na pong challenges na hinaharap ng environment. One example po is yung Masungi Georeserve po. It's the last green corridor of the Philippines. And yun po, parang nagpo-promote na siya ng ecological balance and preserving biodiversity sa Rizal. And then now, it's subjected to so many threats and challenges such as land grabbing, illegal logging, and even violence po dun sa forest rangers ng Georeserve na yon. And I think that's very alarming kasi kung ano yung in-exploit natin ngayon, we don't know how bigger are the threats and challenges that would come to us in the future.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Main concern talaga yung mga ganong bagay. Lois?
For me naman po is yung accessibility po sa technology. When it comes po sa division po ng social classes po, parang po as engineers po, parang it should be given solution po that we should have equal accessibility to technology since globalization has arisen na po and widespread na po siya, and it is used or utilized po para mag-gather ng information and other things na makakatulong po in our everyday lives. And I think we should focus on ensuring po na yung ethical implication po ng technological inclusivity po and diversity po ay ma-implement para po ma-break po yung bridge po ng digital division po.
Okay, thank you. Next, Maika.
Maika po. Sa akin naman po is siguro yung knowledge gap between the employees po and yung companies na upgrade lang po na upgrade. Di ba po? Kasi globalization, super fast po niyan. Kunyari po, ngayon po yung product or yung machine na ginagamit po natin tulad po ng mga machine na sa Jollibee, maya po mag-upgrade po agad. And sigong mga employees po, hindi po sila masyadong magiging marunong doon. Ang hirap naman po na parang bigay lang po ng bigay yung mga company sa kanila ng mga ima-manage nila na mga machines, then yung knowledge po nila about dun is hindi po kasabay. Parang magiging unethical po na nagmamanage sila ng isang bagay na hindi po sila professional dun.
So, ang concern doon is dapat bago nila yun ilabas, dapat may mga certain trainings muna. Na kailangan i-consider kasi syempre yon parang service type ng company. So, kailangan every detailed noong bawat release na ilalabas nila, kailangan of course well-trained and well-equipped yung mga employees nila. Hi, thank you. Julius.
Para po sa akin yung pagbabago ng standard po sa surroundings po. Kasi bilang engineer po, kumbaga, hindi ka pwedeng mag-stay sa isang knowledge na alam mo. Sabi nga po kanina yung about sa technology, malaking pagbabago po yun sa buhay ng tao. Kumbaga, kailangan po sa pagtagal ng panahon ay mag-upgrade po. Kumbaga, kailangan pong makasabay sa mga expectation ng tao.
Okay, thank you. Salamat. Next. Wala na ba? Wait. Ano guys na hand? Sige, tatawag ako ha. Okay, Crishil. I was just about to tell... sige, go. Go ahead, sorry. Yeah, that's true. Yung sasabihin ko pa dapat yan yung kagaya ng nabanggit ko kanina, yung opportunities. Sa akin, sabi ko kanina sa mga naunang section, hindi ako naniniwala na kapag mahirap ka, dapat yung term kasi dito sa Philippines is that kapag mahirap ka, kailangan mong mag-double effort para marating mo yung gusto mo sa buhay. Somehow true, pero may effect din kasi nga yung like for example, yung government, kung paano nila i-manage yung mga tao, meron mga different factors din na affected by it. So hindi kaya diba nagre-result ang mga tao sa pagiging OFW kasi doon mas nakikita nila na mas uunlad sila doon So, din yun sa atin. Kumbaga parang, yun din yung nagiging effect noong way of living or yung culture dito sa Philippines na since yun nga, hindi equal yung opportunities, mas mataas yung sahod nung nasa Metro Manila, mas mataas yung minimum wage nila kaysa dito sa mga nasa province, halos parehas lang naman yung problem na na-encounters with regard, kunyari sa bilihin, sa gas, yung mga ganong bagay. So, wala lang, nasasad lang ako kapag naro-romanticize kasi minsan yung term na ganon. Minsan nga, 'di ba, meron mga students na gusto mag-aral pero hindi nga makapag-aral or meron mga gusto mag-aral na hindi makapag-aral kasi nga salat sila sa kahirapan. Salat sila sa pera. So, ang nagre-result yun sa pagiging maaga mag-work para magkaroon ng ipon, tapos saka nagkaroon sila ng ipon, din saka sila aaral. So, nangyayari talaga yun sa tunay na buhay kasi may classmate kasi ako before na ganun. Tumigil muna siya ng pag-aaral. Tapos ipon muna siya. Yun. Yun lang. Ayun, kaya kayo, sana makahanap kayo ng mga work na fit sa inyo. And alam ko naman na magiging ready kayo kapag nangyari yung mga ganun. Kapag kayo pumasok na sa industry. Parang may nag-raise pa na hand si Rika. Rika, go ahead. Open line ng discussion natin. Go lang.
Yung isa po ay yung sa misinformation po and deepfakes po dahil po madami po mga chismosa. Chismosa, charot. Hindi lang po sa television or social media po yung nagkakalat po yung mga information po na hindi natin maintindihan kung tunay pa ba o totoo. Dahil po ngayon po sa barangay po mismo namin, ang dami chismosa. Ang dami pong chismosa. Tapos po ay
Para halos lahat naman ng
yun na po talaga ang pinaka main problem ng Pilipinas. Ang magiging chismosa. Kahit nga po ako chismosa. Charot.
Pinapatawa mo naman ako eh. Pero somehow, meron niyang advantages and disadvantages on social media. Nakikita niyo na din naman yun. Natutuwa nga ako na nagkakaroon kayo ng awareness sa mga bagay-bagay. Kaya ayun. Kaya kailangan yan eh. Kailangan mentally aware. In all aspects aware dapat tayong lahat. Kasi syempre iba-iba na yung nangyayari ngayon sa paligid natin. So, yeah. Last 3. I need last 3 people. Madami bang mga minamarte si Rika sa inyo? Rina ka ata ng ng chismis Rika. Sige, Eman, ano yun?
Para po sa akin labor standards din po kasi as the globalization arises po lalo na po sa mga companies po in the developing countries po nagre-relocate po sila sa isang lugar po na mataas yung poverty rate para po yung mga may hirap pinapipilitan po silang magtrabaho kahit mababa po yung sahod. Saka po even minors po napapag-work po nila para sa pera.
Actually, minsan na-exploit na nga eh. Let's say for example, hindi ko naman din masisisi kasi it's parang cost din yan cost efficient din kasi. Meron kasing mga, let's say for example, yung US companies, 'di ba? Mga customer service representatives nila halos dito sa Philippines, 'di ba? So hindi kasi parehas ng rate nandun sa US tsaka dito sa Philippines, mas mababa. Kumbaga kung nasa sa US ka, mas mababa yung rate nung nandito sa Philippines. Kasi parang somehow na-exploit kasi alam mo yun, nagparehas naman ng work pero iba yung sahod. So parang unfair yun sa atin. So yan, sana magkaroon nga ng ng equal na oportunidad ang mga different sectors para lang magkaroon tayo ng ng payapa at magandang pamumuhay. And last 2. Thank you. Last 2. Lovelyn.
Po sir, racism po. Parang may advantage po yung mga white people compare sa colored people po. Tapos they have a high standard when it comes to colored people. Then they question their ideas po just because black po sila.
Actually, kapag dating nyo sa work, madidiscuss yung mga ganyan, yung mga cultural differences. Kaya sana kapag dumating kayo sa point na may ganun, sana mapagtanggol nyo yung mga yung mga naapi. Kasi yun somehow though hindi ko pa naman siya na-experience na nagkakaroon ng discrimination with regards sa kasi meron kasi mga different trainings dyan like for example, ang company ko kasi yun nga, yung company na pinapasukan ko ngayon, meron kami mga different trainings na minimake sure ng company na yung diverse yung yung mga employees, kumbaga like say for example, meron sa amin na members ng LGBTQIA+ community, meron akong naging ka-work also na French, parang French speaker siya pero siya ay Rwanda. Saan ba Rwanda? Dito sa may Africa yan, di ba? Yan, may naka-work akong ganon mismo. Dito siya based sa Philippines mismo. So, I worked with him for about, I think, 4 or 5 months. So, yun. maayos naman silang mga ka-work. So, I don't see any difference naman. So, sana pag dumating yung time na may naka-work kayo, then nakita niyo na parang may discrimination, kayo na mismo yung yung magtanggol, if ever. Ayan. Yan lang. Next, last one. Sige, last two. Ashley. Then si Kurt ang last. Ashley,
Para sa akin po, sir, ay yung property grabbing po from the marginalized sector. Para po gawing commercial.
Sorry?
Po,
Proper sorry?
property grabbing po. Parang land grabbing po from the marginalized sector. Para gawing commercialized po. And then napipilitan po silang mag-relocate sa ibang lugar para for the sake po of beautifying the plot of land.
Okay, sino yung pinapatamaan mo na senator? Charang. Okay. Kakikita ko lang, actually ang galing kasi kakascroll ko lang ng Facebook. Yun talaga yung dumaan sa timeline ko kaya medyo natapa din nga ako. Sige, thank you. Kurt?
Para sa akin po ay loss of sovereignty kasi po meron pong ibang countries na nawawalan po ng sovereignty at control po sa kanilang mismong economy dahil po sa impluwensya ng mga international institutions or corporations na meron pong significant global power po.
Okay, so ayun nga. Kagaya nung, thank you. Kagaya nung sinabi dito ni Princess, so digital device daw, hindi naman lahat ng rehiyon at population ay may pantay-pantay po na access sa teknolohiya at sa internet. Yeah, that's true. So, ibig sabihin, yung mga nasa rural areas, dun halos magkakaroon ng problem sa rural areas, makakasagap ng mga ganun. Tsaka kapag wala kang access nga to buy something or to buy technological or gadgets. So kayo as future professionals, as future engineers, nakikita nyo na yung mga different ethical issues na nag-a-arise sa globalization or technological advancement. So sana kapag nagkaroon kayo or pinagawa kayo ng different solutions sa mga different problems na nabanggit ninyo, sana yun ay consider nyo yung mga bagay-bagay. Yun naman lagi yung ating yung sinasabi natin, di ba? Lagi nating isipin yung kapakanan ng mga gagamit or nung pagsosolusyonan nyo sa isang problem. Okay. Wait. Nasaan na ba tayo? Sheesh. Where is my Ayan. So, ayan, pakibasa na lang nito, parang parehas lang din pa kanina ng sa conflict of interest. So, ito, si Code of Industrial Engineer Ethics in the Philippines, meron po tayo na si PIIE po, merong kani-kanilang rules. Kailangan ko lang din tong ma-discuss briefly. Yung industrial engineering profession dito sa Philippines ay ang tinatawag po natin doon is Philippine Institute of Industrial Engineers or PIIE. It is supported by the Industrial Engineering Certification Board through a structured recognition and certification process in relation to the standardized practice of industrial engineering in the Republic of the Philippines. So a member of the Industrial Engineering Occupational Group organized by the PIIE, its duly sworn-in members shall abide by these principles. So 6 other members, including those employed elsewhere as peers or colleagues. So exercise judgment in the performance of occupational tasks and follow relevant professional standards. Accepts the profession agreement to work in a morally permissible way. Often express code of ethics as determining in part of the obligation or yung role. So meron kagaya ng na-discuss natin kanina, meron tayong mga tinatawag na parang role sa state, role sa colleagues, meron din dito sa PIIE. Ito, as general principle, meron po tayong role 1 to 3. Yun yung general principle as an IE. Sa relation naman sa state, meron tayong role 4 and 5. Basahin nyo na lang po. Yung relations with the community, meron po tayong role 6. Meron tayong relations with labor, yun yung rule 7. Yung relation naman sa clients and employers, meron tayong Rule 9 to 13, tsaka yung Rule 14 to Rule 16, yun yung relation naman sa colleagues and associates. Ano? So, ito yung tanong ko. Last 2 slides. If you were to give ethical training to engineers, would you stress knowing the law, company rules and codes of conduct, or would you instead focus on explaining the principles behind these rules? Diba? Very pageant era ang ang atake natin for today. So if you were to give ethical training to engineers, would you stress knowing the law, company rules and codes of conduct, or would you instead focus on explaining the principles behind these rules? Anyone? Anyone from the group? Sino pang hindi sumasagot? Rochelle, if you were to give ethical training to engineers, would you stress knowing the law, company rules, and codes of conduct, or would you instead focus on explaining the principles behind these rules? Rochelle, what's your insight about this one? Nuntok na ako, guys. Rochelle, andyan ka ba? Okay, next. Trio.
Hello po, sir. Bale po, if you were to give ethical training to engineers, would you stress knowing the law, company rules, and codes of conduct, or would you instead focus on explaining the principles behind these rules? For me po, parang uunahin ko po yung focus on explaining the principles behind these rules. Kasi po, parang sabi nga po kanina na dapat unahin po ang integrity. So, para din po matrain yung mga engineers na hindi po laging unahin yung company, pero kung ano po yung tamang gawin sa ganong situation po.
Yeah, that's true. That's correct. That's the right answer. So hindi mo naman hindi lang sapat na sa training na malaman nila yung law, yung company rules and codes of conduct. Syempre kailangan alam nila bakit po tayo nag-come up dun sa law na yun. Bakit po tayo nag-come up dun sa company rules at bakit po tayo may gantong law or may gantong codes of conduct. Syempre kailangan natin ng mas lalo nating maiintindihan, mas lalo nating mapapaintindi kumbaga yung mga rules kung meron tayo mga certain scenarios or examples kung ba tayo nag-come up doon sa law na yun. So yeah, I think that's all for our discussion. So lagi po tayo merong key takeaways every discussion. Para lang magkaroon tayo ng very light summary or refresher, kumbaga refreshment bago tayo mag-end ng discussion. So, ang key takeaways, ano yung natutunan ninyo ngayong discussion? Anong iyong natutunan? Wala ba magtataas ng kamay? Okay, parang halos lahat. Christian. CJ, anong natutunan mo?
Po, sa akin po ay in terms po sa pag-work ay dapat din po tayong yung makaramdam po sa paligid, tingnan po natin kung yung po bang ating pagtatrabaho ay hindi nakaka-apekto sa iba or yung may sa ating pong pag-uugali, wala pong negative impact sa mga katrabaho natin. Tsaka po dapat po ay, yun nga po, in terms po dun po sa integrity, kailangan po nating basta po, gano'n.
Nag-guess kita. Yung sense of responsibility, sense of awareness. Kailangan meron tayong gano'n. Next! Raise kayo ng hand para hindi na ako Ivan.
Wala po, sir. Sa akin po, sir, yung po. Kung po tatanungin po ako doon sa sa loyal integrity. Dun po sa mismong integrity. Gawa po na sa lahat po. Kasi pag sa lahat po kasi kung loyalty po kasi, ang masasabi ko po dun minsan po ang katrabaho natin minsan loyal po o kaya yung mga boss loyal sa'yo o kaya magagalit. Minsan hindi po yung pagtrato, ganun po. Tapos kung sa integrity, kailangan po may may knowing sa mga katrabaho natin kung dapat ba natin pakasamahan. Kung baga pag nasa mga state na po tayo ng yung mapapawag ko, kumbaga po umiwas na lang po. Tapos po dun sa sa panglahat po, yung sa affection po sa lahat po ng sa issue po tungkol po sa global yung ganun po, sa ethics in globalization po, kumbaga example po na pag yung sa mga pag-unlad po na katulad po ng teknolohiya yun po, yung parang hindi po siya pantay, kumbaga po lahat sa mundo, yung sa sa Pilipinas po meron sa Mindanao po. Tapos sa iba pong lugar, sa mga province po hindi po minsan napupunta ng mga napaka-unlad. Kumbaga po sa iba po mas marami na pong teknolohiya kasi iba po hindi po. Kaya po kulang po ang pag-asenso ng Pilipinas, yun po.
Okay, thank you. From the top daw. Okay, next. Sino pa? Okay, sige Patrick. Pat.
Ang key takeaway ko po ay understanding is better than knowing. While knowing the rules, the laws, and the conduct is important, what really matters more is understanding the underlying principles behind it. Because that's the only way na you can really absorb and apply it into reality and really uphold professional standards and value as an engineer. Yun po.
Okay, thank you. Last two. Ashley, tingnan mo ako. Char. Parang yung sa TikTok, di ba? Sige, Ashley.
About po sa code of conduct, in my own words po, ito po yung rules or yung values and principles that are set for employees to follow po. Parang ito po yung standard natin as professionals on how to ethically perform our duty.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Last one. Last. Okay, last ally for today, I see Christine. Gilo. Anong natutunan mo for today, Teen?
Dinig po. Afternoon po. Yung sa akin po yung we should prioritize the understanding the principles guiding ethical behavior over mere compliance with the rules and regulations po. Importante po sa atin na aware po tayo sa law, company rules, and codes of conduct. Ethical training should primarily focus on explaining the principles behind these rules po.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, that's the end of our discussion for today. So sana may natutunan naman kayo dito sa codes of conduct. So for next week, ping ko na lang kayo sa sa Messenger kung magkakaroon tayo ng face-to-face ha. Kasi medyo busy nga ako next week Kasi medyo tight yung schedule dito sa full-time work ko. So i-message ko na lang kayo kung online tayo. Ha, okay ba tayo doon? So I think that's all for today. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have a good day. Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.